Brant, he thinks somehow that he's a real Jesus person. He tortures me all day long, day after day. And then he says, be like Jesus and forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. Keep forgiving me 77 times 7. These shit demons know all kinds of religious teachings, and they torture me with them. While they're torturing me, they keep on bringing up like Jesus. Would Jesus do that? Would Jesus go after the people who tortured him? And then he remembers in the book Life and Teachings of the Masters of the Far East, where Jesus is there with Pontius Pilate, and he says, "Dear Pilate, all is forgiven," or whatever. This is the way that these demons think. They think that when you finally have a chance to get rid of them, well, they're going to keep throwing Jesus in your face. They're going to say, would Jesus really kill us? Wouldn't Jesus say, forgive them 77 times 7 because they don't know what they're doing? You got to understand this from the demonic perspective. They're going to use everything that you were ever brainwashed with so that they can get away. You're going to have to give really strong consideration to all of the brainwashing, the religious programming you had, because it was all put there by the demons so the demons can do their dirty work while none of you will take a stand. But when Adolf Hitler was starting all these wars in Europe, I mean, were you a good Christian? Did you go to church? Well, they're dropping bombs on London. Where did you keep going to church? And, praying to God. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Keep praying for their souls. Keep praying for their souls. And then when you finally win the war, you're going to let all of these horrible people just walk away and go do it again? You're going to have to be able to look at, I mean, maybe there's a lot of young people that aren't church people, but in my age group, there's still quite a lot of us that were forced to go to church. And the demons are going to use all of this church stuff against us. Because when push comes to shove, and maybe it's going to be you who's going to be told, you're going to have to vote on this. It's a tribunal, and you're going to have to vote on the evidence of people being tortured by demonic attack. And you're going to have to go and figure out, do you have any ability at all to execute a bunch of demonic people? What else are you going to do with them? You're going to lock them all up? What's the point of locking them all up? The point of asking for their execution is to get rid of them permanently so that they won't do it again. And Brant keeps wondering, what's going to happen to him? And I keep telling Brant, when the time comes, he's going to be so hurt. But it really doesn't do much good for Brant because he's never going to change. He's a hardened criminal. Hardened criminals never change. You just give them a chance and they're going to go and hurt somebody else. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen. And Brant says, what if you get the wrong person? When we get Brant, we're going to make sure he's dead. And then as far as what happens to him after he's dead, I don't understand these things. I don't understand what happens to people when they are demonic and they're executed. Where do they go? Somebody might say the lower astral, but it's still like, where is that? What is that? We don't have good answers for these kinds of things. Who has these answers? They're probably some kind of advanced beings that understand all this stuff. Brant thinks it's the Tibetans that understand this. I don't want to tell you, but Brant doesn't know shit about nothing. He's a fuck. He's a fuck. And there's never going to be anybody, seriously, you just see me talking, but as soon as I'm talking, I got Brant talking in my head. It's a nasty thing to have demons and have no protection from them. But when the time comes, I'll be there. I'll be there, and I'm going to be the one executing demons. It's a dirty job. I don't know. I'm going to take great pleasure in getting rid of these demons. How many demons are there? Stuart Wilde, the metaphysical author, said that there was basically uncounted numbers of demons, uncountable numbers of demons. It's so vast, that the darkness is so vast. In the end, we're going to need help. And I don't know who's going to help us, because regular humans, we just don't know what to do to deal with this issue. We just don't know. How are you going to ever gather up all of this machinery, all of this AI computer systems? It could be anywhere. We have a vast planet underground. Could be anywhere. Brant just loves to play these games because he just says, you're never going to find me. You're never going to find me. And he says, if you were a Jew, this is coming from Brant, if you were a Jew and you got through World War II, would you go after the Nazis or would you just go and retire in Israel? The demons just think we're just going to let it all go. You can't let this go. You cannot let demonic personalities go. They are going to hurt other people. That's their stated goal, is to hurt them. Hurt people. Might be you, maybe your children, maybe your mother. These demons, they're fucking with my mind. They're fucking with my voice, and they're also going to be fucking with me all the time until they are removed. And they're gloating. They're just gloating. They're just gloating because they say humans have got no chance against us, which means we have lots of abilities that they won't tell us about. They still insist that they're the boss of planet Earth, and in the end, I don't even want to give you these words because I can't tell you what I'm going to say. They're just being piped right in. But it's true. It's a horror, and I live it every day.